Instagram's working after a couple of days of struggling. So I'll try and give you the tour of the printing factory now before I head to breakfast. So once your artwork is all prepared and ready to be put into a screen, because all the printing here is done by hand in Bali on screens, it gets printed onto a film, and they use this film to create the screen. So let me show you some images about the films.
There's a leaf here as well.
Yeah.
So you won't see it.
Sudah dari panaron belum?
No.
Nanti jelas.
So once we saw this films, we went to go have a look at what the screens look like, the finished process of putting the film onto the screen. And they're huge, and depending on how many colors are in your print will determine how many screens you need, because every color has its own screen and it all gets layered on top. So if you ever did year 12 or high school art, you would have done like silk screen printing. It's exactly the same as that, just on a huge scale.
Does it work? Make pictures?
So once the screens are made, they then are ready to start printing, but you have to get your colors ready. So there's a highly skilled artist who mixes these colors by hand, and they use these tiny little weights, and they measure everything to the gram, and mix your colors to the perfect shade, and it can take a lot of back and forth to get the colors right, to make it perfect. So let me show you the color mixing. So now the colors are mixed, and it goes to the big, long 30-meter tables where they have all the fabric laid out, and then they get their screens and they move like this up the table with their screens, and they pull the colors back and forth manually. It's amazing that this can all be done manually. So let me show you some videos of that happening. That's cool, hey? So once it's printed and dried, it goes through a special machine, like a rolling machine, that adds a chemical for the color to set and be permanent. Otherwise, they'll just wash out. And once that chemical is added, they go into these huge, big pools of water, and literally there were men standing there in their jocks, washing the fabric in this pool of water. I didn't want to take a photo of that out of respect for their privacy, but yeah. So all the fabric, once it's printed, it gets washed. So if you buy clothing that then shrinks a whole size, it means they skipped the washing process when they were dyeing the fabric, and that's a way to save money and cut costs. All of Isla's summer fabric won't shrink on you because it's all washed after it's printed. So there you have it. I hope that bit of behind the scenes helps you understand that the process is really manual, it's time intensive, and it actually does cost a lot of money. So it's important to know how your clothes are made, and to have a real appreciation for the effort that goes behind bringing them to you in the shops.